Make some room!
My name is Ifeoma Ozoma, and I am co-sponsoring the Silence No More Act along with equal rights advocates and the California Employment Lawyers Association. Before March 2020, I was at Pinterest. I was brought on as the second person on the global team before the company went public to build the public policy work. A few months after starting, I realized that I was placed in a level that was far lower than I should have been. And then when I dug in more and asked questions, I started hitting blocks. I was living this life for over a year and a half where I was both the public face of all of the public policy work that the company was doing. My work landed the company on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, while I was also trying to fight to just get paid according to the level chart that the company created itself. By me and my lawyer's calculation, I was cheated out of over 7 figures worth of stock grants. My option basically was leave and continue fighting, so paying out of pocket to have my lawyer represent me, while also not having access to health insurance and having no compensation at the beginning of the pandemic, or to sign the documentation and then try to fight afterwards. And so that's what I did. The way that non-disclosure and non-disparagement agreements are designed, employees don't really have any rights. I knew that I was partially protected by an existing law in California that pertained to sex discrimination. That meant all of the gender-based portion of my treatment was technically covered by law, but none of the race-based discrimination that I experienced would be covered. So my lawyer connected me with equal rights advocates and the California Employment Lawyers Association. And together we worked with Senator Connie Leyva to introduce the Silence No More Act, SB 331. The Silence No More Act is meant to represent everyone, all 40 million people who live in the state of California. For anyone in any housing or workplace, if you are the victim of discrimination, harassment, assault, or other unlawful conduct, you retain the right to your story, regardless of what a non-disclosure or a non-disparagement agreement says. Working with equal rights advocates on this bill is such an honor for me because of the demographic of workers that equal rights advocates covers. Low-wage workers are impacted the most by any harmful practice, particularly when it comes to the use of silencing mechanisms like non-disclosure and non-disparagement agreements. I was in a position where I was silenced and I had a lawyer. I'm someone who had both the time and the resources. That's not the case for millions of low-wage workers who are physically harmed on the job, who are emotionally harmed, who have their compensation stolen. And so I really think that the work that Equal Rights Advocates is doing is beneficial to all of us, because when low-wage workers are covered, when the most marginalized among us are covered, then we all are. I believe it's really important, particularly for an award like this that I'm so honored to be receiving, that the focus really is on what it means for gender justice to be fighting with intersectionality as the foundation and as the very tip top of what you're doing.